Even though it may seem like some riders are still washing the mud off their cyclocross bikes, the road racing season has already begun. Given the length of the season, anticipation for this year is also likely to rise gradually. The World Tour kicks up on March 5th with the Strade Bianche and wraps up in the middle of October with the Tour of Guangxi. What riders, though, given the length of the season and the presence of the new teams, can we anticipate seeing at the head of the pack? Don't forget to subscribe to Cycling News Live and stay tuned as we answer all of your questions in this video. Let's not waste any more time and dive in. In 2022, these women cyclists ranked among the best in the world. Number 1, Annemiek van Vleuten, movie star. Having already won the overall title at Setmana Ciclista Valenciana, van Vleuten is probably feeling confident about the rest of the season. She won the silver medal in the Olympic road race and the gold medal in the time trial, as well as dozens of other podiums throughout the year and the overall World Tour win, and in any other year, this would not be a surprise. However, a fall crash left her on bed rest while she recovered from a broken pelvis. To get back into racing so swiftly and dominantly after an injury is remarkable. That you did it at the age of 39 is beyond incredible. To what extent will she progress? Number 2, Lorena Wiebes, Team DSM. Lorena Wiebes, who is unrivaled in the sprint, enters the Women's Tour hot off 3 consecutive stage wins and the overall triumph of Ride London Classic. During the first stages of the Women's Tour, Team DSM will dominate in the United Kingdom with the intention of maintaining their current level of success. With a strong lead out from riders like Charlotte Kool, Leah Kirchmann and Megan Jastrab, Wiebes will be hard to defeat in the sprint on the flatter stages. The first 2 stages, as well as the final one, are ideal for the Dutch rider. 5 for Georgie, the reigning British champion, is the team's best chance of a general classification win on the 3 hillier stages. Number 3, Elisa Longo Borghini, Trek Segafredo. Longo Borghini, a versatile cyclist, has been one of the top riders in the peloton for the previous 3 years. The 30-year-old has finished in the top 10 in 46 of 76 races over the past 2 seasons, and she's saving her energy for a strong charge at the Tour de France's general classification. One of Longo Borghini's strongest points is her adaptability. She won the Women's Tour overall in May with a brilliant race up Black Mountain, and she won Paris-Roubaix in April after going on a 30-kilometer solo escape over the cobbles of the Hell of the North. Longo Borghini will have the kind of assistance at her disposal that can make a difference at a stage race like this, thanks to the experience of road leaders Ellen van Dijk and Audrey Corden-Drago, as well as the world champion Elisa Balsamo as a teammate for the Italian Trek team. Number 4, Demi Vollering, SD Walks. The 2021 season is the best of Demi Vollering's life. She wins La Course, Liège-Bastogne-Liège and the Giro d'Italia Dawn. It's fair to expect an even stronger 2022 campaign. This is due in no little part to the fact that Anna van der Breggen, widely regarded as one of the all-time greats of women's cycling, has been hired as the new team director for SD Walks for the upcoming season. While Vollering's rise to prominence in the World Tour was undoubtedly aided by van der Breggen, it's difficult for a team to feature 2 exceptionally talented racers, given that only one rider can claim victory. Now that Vollering is the leader of SD Walks, she will have the team's full backing and confidence going into future races. It will be a plus to have someone as experienced as van der Breggen giving orders over the team radio. While several World Tour teams like Trek Segafredo and Jumbo-Visma have former racers serving as team directors, nobody has as recent of retirement as van der Breggen, and his insider's knowledge of the peloton will undoubtedly pay dividends. Number 5, Lotte Koepke, SD Walks. SD Walks surprised everyone by becoming even more powerful when they thought they couldn't. In June, the club revealed Lotte Koepke, a 2-time champion in Belgium, had joined the squad. Anna van der Breggen, Jolien Dehoor, Carol Ann Canuel, and the soon-to-retire Chantal van der Broek-Blaak will all be leaving the squad, therefore she will be joining them. Koepke is a great addition to the squad because of her strong sprint, time trial and ability to handle the steep and punchy climbs of the spring classics. She's not just a cyclocross powerhouse, but also a world champion on the track. Koepke, at 25 years old, has a promising career ahead of her, and she'll be honing her skills with SD Walks through 2024, all while working under the direction of new sports director van der Breggen. With the backing of a strong team and capable direction, she is poised for a breakthrough. Number 6, Elisa Balsamo, Trek Segafredo. The wide disparities in age among the sport's elite riders make for compelling viewing. Balsamo is barely 23, whereas Van Vleuten is nearing 40. At the Setmana Ciclista Valenciana stage race, Movistar wasn't the only team that showed up to win. Elisa Balsamo, the reigning road world champion and a new rider for Trek Segafredo, won the first race with a brilliantly executed sprint finish. Additionally, she finished second in the race's final segment. Her achievements in stage races aren't as stunning as her results in one-day races, but with colleagues like Elisa Longo Borghini, also a rider worth watching this season, the young rider has a good chance of succeeding as she develops and learns to handle the rigors of longer races. Number 7. Lian Lippert, DSM. His addition to the Movistar team guarantees the participation of another outstanding performer. With his recent second-place finish in the Tour of Scandinavia, Lippert is having a career-best season. The national title he won in June, or the good level he displayed in 2022 across a wide variety of categories, including, but not limited to, the Amstel and Brabant, where he placed third in both, the Itzulia, where he placed sixth, and the Tour, where he battled with the best in the mountains despite crashing out of the starting test. Lippert is extremely comprehensive, so join a group that will include, among others, Emma Norsgaard, Arlena Sierra, Paula Patino, and Spanish Sheila Gutierrez, Sarah Martin, or the world's best player, Annemiek van Vleuten, until the end of her career in 2023. Number 8. Silvia Persico, Valcar Travel and Service. It was Silvia Persico on Saturday who won the fourth and final stage of the Ceratize Challenge in Segovia. The rider for Valcar Travel and Service was among 8 women who disputed the final 50 meters of the city's final hill to claim their maiden World Tour triumph. Elisa Longo Borghini came in third, just behind Demi Vollering. German champion Lian Lippert initiated the winning play DSM. In the final turn before the final 600 meters, she sprinted open and dismantled the remaining pack. Still in the lead as they passed through the city gates, overall leader Annemiek van Vleuten passed her just before Longo Borghini began her far-ranging sprint. Unfortunately, it wasn't her day, and her countryman Persico ultimately prevailed. Number 9. Cecile Uttrup Ludwig, FDJ Novell Aquitaine Futurist Corp. The 26-year-old showed her cycling has grown by placing second to Van Vleuten at Setmana Ciclista Valenciana. She is now a formidable competitor in stage races as well as one-day events. She placed in the top 10 in practically every one-day race on the Women's World Tour last year, including a runner-up finish at La Course. She has the support of the FDJ team, which features such formidable racers as Grace Brown, which could help her perform better in these lower events. Number 10. Marta Cavalli. For FDJ Novell Aquitaine Futurist Corp, former Italian champion Marta Cavalli won the Amstel Gold Race on Sunday in a brave and a tight performance. At the summit of the Kolberg, the 24-year-old attacked a pack of 8 women and rode solo for the final 1.8 kilometers to win by the slimmest of margins. Demi Vollering, one of 2 SD Walks riders in the chasing group, finished second for the second year in a row, as the other team relied on the Dutch squad to catch the Italian. Lian Lippert DSM came in third, closing the gap but not closing the book. The race was exciting from start to finish, although the Kolberg played a major part in the outcome as was largely expected. Predictably, the peloton crashed and Annemiek van Vleuten from Movistar attacked from the rear. Although the Dutchwoman put in extraordinary effort, she was unable to open a significant separation between herself and the rest of the pack because Lippert stayed right on her wheel throughout the ascent. And with that, gentlemen, I bid you adieu, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel for more incredible content.